Hey guys, so I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible because I can easily stretch a video out to an hour. You know this. So the last time you saw me, I made this big, epic, cinematic comeback video. With footage from videos I've already filmed, specifically the Haunted Mansion Bride tutorial that I filmed back in October. And I'm so embarrassed to keep making excuses to you guys. I don't think anything I'm gonna say is an excuse. I just want to explain like what's been happening with me. So I get sad a lot. I have a doctor that like diagnosed me with anxiety, but I'm pretty sure I also have depression, like many. And today is like a good day for me. I woke up and was just like feeling good. And whenever that happens, I kind of just like ride. Okay, I'm filming this on my phone and I'm like, get this notification out of my face. Every time I have like a good day or a good, like, I call it like the upswing, I just ride that. Sometimes I ride it so hard that I spiral back down. Whenever I'm feeling good, I suddenly am able to be productive. I like clean my room, I start like exercising. I start wearing makeup that I actually like instead of just wearing makeup because I need to have makeup on to pass for like work or some kind of gig.
Oh well. Karma's a bitch.
And yeah, so I get sad sometimes and I wish that I had just kept making videos from when I really actually just became known for these things, or when like you found me, which is probably back in like 2011 or around then. I really wonder what kind of person I would be if I just kept making videos, but that's not what happened for me. I moved to another city, I went to art school, I, kind of just stopped making videos without really deciding to stop making videos. It kind of just happened from lifestyle and from whatever was happening in my head and what I was learning and processing and going through. And anyway, when I made this comeback video, I was like ready. I was on an upswing. I was like financially stable. I was at a job that I left a while ago, but I was a job that was paying me the most I've ever made, making money that I didn't even think was possible for like the amount of money I made in a day. And then I went to like this girl boss rally in New York and everything just seemed like life was happening for me. Hello guys, so day 2 of Girl Boss just ended. We just took a big group photo on the stage and everyone's heading out. It's been an amazing experience. And then like money got weird again, and then I kind of just recreated the very cycle that I had spent like years trying to escape. So I was like not financially stable anymore. Doubting where I was like job-wise, career-wise. When I get really sad, I honestly have like multiple times thought of just, I kid you not, throwing my entire makeup kit into the dumpster and just like starting over or getting a new kit from scratch or like starting a new career. And it gets like that sometimes. Sometimes your thoughts get a bit, they kind of bully you and you start like repeating this idea that you had or you heard from something and you start thinking like it's your truth. And so I deal with that a lot. I definitely feel I have like a procrastination and time management and laziness problem, but I don't think it's just from like not having energy. I think a lot of procrastination is from lack of like believing in yourself. So I feel like when I feel bad about myself, I don't want to do anything and I'm afraid of succeeding, I'm afraid of failing, and I just freeze up. Blah, blah, blah. So all of that has been happening and I was so excited. Like, I cannot tell you the joy I felt when I was filming my Haunted Mansion tutorial, because I was like, it's like pulling teeth getting me to film and edit a video. But when I was filming it and just in the process of just me, myself, and I making the video, and my acne was even like worse back then, but I remember the joy I felt when I was just like...
And yeah, so let's get started, guys. I'm so excited.
I was just feeling good. And I was really excited to share that with you guys, and then I kind of just spiraled down a little towards the end of last year, and I had to get a roommate, not because it's a down spiral, but you know, getting a new roommate and having to rearrange your space, because I live in a studio, so suddenly I had to open up my space to like a new person and adjust to that. And then money, and you know, when you're worried about money, you can't, it's very hard to create because you're just thinking about like how to make rent and not get evicted. And then tax season kind of like kicked me in the ass, and that was like a lot. But these are all just things that are happening. Like another person could have very well like figured out how to keep making videos and stay on time and not break promises to you guys. But I am me, and so that's what's happening, and I do want to apologize and say that I'm sorry I keep letting you guys down and saying I'm coming back or I'm back, and then I just disappear without saying anything. And I carry a lot of that guilt and embarrassment for sure, which I've noticed has manifested as another reason why it's so hard for me to make stuff, because I feel like there's all this expectations from the time I take to make stuff. And so just all of this just gets fluffed up and clustered together into one big thing of just me feeling like all this tension in my shoulders and just not doing anything. So, all of that, you know, very relatable things, you know, worrying about money and just like anxiety and depression make a great couple when they, you know, team up together and get on you. Yeah, so I still, you know, I started editing the projects. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen when I was having a slightly better night, you've probably seen me posting about how, like, I'm working on it, it's 2 in the morning, and I'm editing, and I'm feeling it. Another problem I have is I keep filming stuff and then not editing them, and then I get this big pile of unedited videos and I feel overwhelmed. And so the solution, of course, is to do nothing and edit none of them. So that's another thing that's been happening, and so I'm trying to figure out how to finish a project, like maybe one at a time. If you're an artist, or I think even non-artists can relate to this, sometimes, you know, you're working on something and then you get another idea and you start doing that and you just can never finish anything, and it's just like, and if you're not careful, you only follow the things you're inspired by. And some people say I only work when I'm inspired, but being an artist, it's not always like that. A lot of the times you are not inspired, but you need to keep working on it and like push through the hard days and the hurdles you have to jump and the things that aren't working to finish the project, because it's not always inspiring and fun and great and grand. It's a lot of like grueling work sometimes, and sometimes you have days where you feel like you're that bad bitch, and other days you feel like, why the hell am I even doing this? So all of that is what's been happening. Those videos are still coming. I have every intention to finish them, but I really want to make this video because it's been a few months to just tell you what's going on. If you have Instagram, I really encourage you to follow me because I'm very active on there. I actually did ironically, I did a social media break, so I was off Instagram and Facebook, which are like the 2 main things I'm really on at this point, because I realized I felt all this pressure to make things, to show people that I still make things. And I've been trying to reconnect with the joy that I felt from making videos, because back, you know, when many of you discovered me, I was not making things to prove something. I was not making things to make money. I was not making things to start finding a way to make money off YouTube. I was making things because I enjoyed it. I was making things out of joy and to express myself. And of course, you know, as adults, we have bills to pay, and it's very valuable to learn how to turn what you love to do into making money. But I have lost sight, even on a small level, even on posting like a photo of a makeup look on Instagram. I have lost touch with how to create with joy. And I realized I was just creating to show people that I'm still relevant, and I didn't like that. So I took it was like a week and a few days, I think, off Instagram, but I definitely felt some positive effects from that. And I do think it is an addiction for me, and mainly because I didn't even enjoy being on Instagram anymore. And I used to enjoy it. When I'm like really balanced, to me, Instagram is like an art gallery for me. I love being able to showcase stuff, and just, it's like smartphones, and just the fact that we even have social media is like crazy, because, you know, not that long ago, we didn't have phones that had connection to the internet. You didn't have these kind of profiles where you could just like spread out videos or go live. Like, that's crazy, being able to live stream to people, like having your own TV show. That was like unheard of like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So yeah, I really enjoy social media, but when it gets unbalanced, it's you start doing things for the wrong reasons, and just doing things to show people that you're doing things instead of just enjoying your life, and every so now and then documenting it and sharing that with people. So all of that is what's been happening, but I'm figuring it out. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys and also share a few other things. So I am working on the Haunted Mansion tutorial. I have a few other videos I may have mentioned, but the Haunted Mansion tutorial is just like, that is my comeback video. That's like connecting 2019 to any of the videos that most of you like. I feel like my most loyal fans really enjoy, like Evil Nurse or Left 4 Dead or Samara. So I feel like this Haunted Mansion Bride tutorial is kind of like a throwback while being new. Yeah, so I'm really excited to share that with you guys, but it's just taking me forever to edit it on top of everything else I'm trying to do. But another thing I want to talk to you about, if you follow me on Instagram, you know about this. I made a little bookie. It's tiny. It's not any bigger than your hand, but it's my first book. I want to make more like this, but, you know, maybe even get it actually like published and have it be bigger. These are photos I took on my phone and just originally posted to Instagram, so they're just tiny little squares. But this book is called The 5 Stages of Grief. It's a makeup series of 5 looks I did when I was going through like a grieving period from a breakup. And it resonated with a lot of people in a way that I didn't expect. Like, there are people who are grieving like the death of their dog or their grandma, or also going through a breakup. And I wrote these Instagram captions, but I made them into these little colorful images. So yeah, I have this little book, and I was selling them originally for $25 on, was it eBay? But I have one left. So it was a limited edition. This is the last one. So I'm doing an Instagram giveaway for this right now. So definitely go check me out on Instagram and follow me and see how you can enter to win this. I read a little personal note for you on the inside. It's open to everyone. I had like 1 or 2 books that shipped out internationally, so it's okay if you're not in the States. I will find a way to get it to you. So follow me on Instagram to see more about this book. Ooh, it's my little baby. I love it so much. I kept 1 copy for myself, but this is the last one. So come and get it. What else do I have to talk about? My contacts. So the contacts I'm wearing right now are by Iris Beauty. They sent this to me a while ago, and I've been wearing them regularly. Not every day, but I want to make sure that they don't hurt my eyes or feel crazy. Colored contacts, Iris Beauty, other brands I've tried, they pretty much feel like the clear normal lenses, but they are usually like a little bit less comfortable. These I actually have a product review coming out for these, and I have a discount code coming with that product review soon, so look out for that video. It will be the next one. It's gonna come before my makeup tutorials, but I have a discount code for it. I don't get residuals for if you buy contact lenses. The only thing I got from them were these lenses for free, and I want to make sure I really like them before sharing it with you guys and promoting it. So if you're interested in looking for some new color lenses from a FDA approved company, from a company that, as far as we know, is safe, check out that review that I have coming up. Again, it's called Iris Beauty. These are, I can't remember the name of it, but they have a lot of different green contacts, and most of their contacts I think are all natural colors, so they don't really have Halloween lenses or anything like that. What else was I going to talk about? So I have like a lot of different content that I'm thinking of getting into, but I do want to hear what kind of videos you're interested in. I know most of you are subscribed in the first place and found me in the first place for makeup tutorials, specifically like special effects and Halloween and character looks, and those are still always going to be a thing until I say it's not, but I'm still interested in those. But I'm also interested in doing things like, where do I get started? I've been really into movie reviews lately. At first I was just gonna do movie reviews on like sci-fi and horror films, but for how often I watch new movies, I'd be really interested in sharing my movie after talk therapy sessions with you guys. I don't want to irritate people though, because I don't want people to be subscribed and be like, why am I getting movie reviews? But I was thinking of keeping it on this channel. I thought about making a separate channel for it, but I'm like, why would I do that if like AUDFACED as a whole can just be all kinds of videos? As long as I'm still making like those makeup type videos that you like or things that you just care about, I think it's okay. But what do you think? How do you feel about movie reviews? Because there's a lot of horror films like Us and Hereditary, The Witch, Haunting on Hill House, and I want to do movie reviews and maybe even have like a look inspired from a character in the show or movie. So maybe I'll do the movie review with like the makeup on, or it'll like link to like a quick tutorial on how to create that character. So yeah, I've been interested in doing some movie reviews.
First of all, this film got lots of traction when it first came out. People were comparing it to films like The Shining, Babadook, you know, those horror films that have really made a mark on horror film history, and I agree with that stuff. I can also see why people don't like it, but I have been rooting for the horror film genre for a long time to gain more respect. How do we gain more respect for it? We write good stories.
I keep having this idea for doing like, it's kind of like a music video, but instead of just like, you know, here's like a music, or here's a song and a music video, I was thinking of getting more into like spoken word and like cinematic like imagery, and just going out and just filming cool stuff and editing it together and like doing my spoken word on top and just making a cool video that you can watch, and it's like hearing a poem but having visuals to go with it, like something like that. Just AUDFACED as a platform, I feel, to me, is always going to be about like exploring the story behind the mask or behind the face, the story behind the face, and that can come in the form of makeup videos and, you know, exploring anything in the horror and Halloween culture. What else? Product reviews here and there, but I've never been like a product heavy based person because capitalism and I don't like the idea of pushing people to buy things because it worked for me, because I think it's very valuable to find things that work for yourself. Like, I'll talk about products I like, but to just constantly talk about like this brand and to have like all this makeup and products that I don't even have enough time to use actually gives me more anxiety. But I'm still interested in product reviews. I never see AUDFACED as being a channel where it's dominantly about products and buying things and like hauls and stuff like that. I don't know if people even still do hauls. But yeah, I have another thing on the side outside of AUDFACED, which is called Spunk Mind, which is going to be about like human stories and self-love and more discussion type videos about like topics and things going on in the world and like raising your vibration, raising your mentality. So that's a separate Instagram page. I'm gonna link it in this video description. So this is just a big update video. We're nearing 20 minutes at this point, But I really want to thank you for watching this. I know that there's so many things that you need to do today probably. Maybe you're procrastinating, maybe this is your downtime, but I know that you're probably watching this on your phone. You might be watching it on your computer, but I know that there's a million other things that you could be doing right now, but you're giving me your attention, and that means a lot to me. So thank you for listening to me and for being here, for being a subscriber, for taking the time to watch this video. And again, please follow me on Instagram if you are on Instagram, and if you're interested in this book, definitely get in on that. And I'm gonna make more. I'm gonna make more, maybe not of this series, because I think having limited edition stuff is more valuable and more exciting, but I would love to move my artistry towards more like avant-garde editorial type looks, and pairing it with like storytelling and poetry, and making it into books that people can like keep and flip through and be inspired and feel connected. And yeah, so that's my update. That's why I haven't been making things again, but I am working on releasing my guilt so I can get back in touch with my creative self and start making stuff without all the drama and self-sabotage and sadness. Sadness is okay. I've been letting it like drive me everywhere, and I'm just like, can I have the wheel back, you know? So yeah, I hope you are having just the kind of day you need, and I love you, and goodbye till next time.